We want to make sure Joe has this to use as he develops the work, so we are videoing the show tonight.
Oh, yeah. So be aware of that. You are on video right now.
Autonomous by Joseph and Follett. Interior conference room day. In a big conference room, there are many people chattering in the foreground, sitting around circular tables. They're all wearing name tags. There's a podium and a microphone set up in the center of the stage in front of the audience. There's a sign on the stage that says, "Welcome to the 1991 Drug and Alcohol Counselors Convention, Seattle, Washington." Onto the stage walks a distinguished-looking woman, dressed in a cap and gown like the one people wear when they graduate from college. She walks over to the podium and stands there for a few moments to see if the crowd will quiet down. They do not. So she taps 3 times firmly with her finger on the microphone, and the place goes silent, and she begins her speech.
Hello, welcome. My name is Professor Noah Alotz. That is, Professor Noah Alotz. There will be a test later, so let us please pay attention. We're gathered here today to discuss a phrase widely used by people with drug and alcohol problems to see if there is any truth to it. The phrase in question is this: the only person I am hurting is myself. Please, join me in saying the phrase, the only person I am hurting is myself.
The only person I am hurting is myself.
Thank you. Now, I say usually there's a parent, child, sibling, loved one, or friend who's deeply wounded by the person's substance abuse and all its consequences. And there are many. Did you know that the social cost of alcohol and drug addiction costs the U.S. about $250 billion a year? Alcohol and drug-related crimes in the U.S. yearly account for 8,000 murders, 130,000 rapes, 200,000 robberies, and 8,000 fatal deaths caused on our highways. Because mothers drink and use during pregnancy, 80,000 babies are born with birth defects every year. Another little-known fact, a teenager sees about 100,000 alcohol ads before drinking age. That's about 2 months of alcohol ads. Now, due to increasing product liability, American liquor manufacturers have accepted the FDA's suggestion that warning labels be placed on all varieties of alcoholic containers. Labels currently under consideration are: warning, the consumption of alcohol may leave you wondering what happened to your bra and panties. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may make you think you're whispering when you are not. Warning, the consumption of alcohol is a major factor in dancing like a derelict. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may cause you to think you can sing. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may lead you to believe that ex-lovers are really dying for you to telephone them at 4 in the morning. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may make you think you can logically converse with members of the opposite sex without spitting. Warning, the consumption of alcohol is the leading cause of inexplicable rug burns on the forehead, knees, and lower back. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may create the illusion that you are tougher, faster, and better looking than most people. Warning, the consumption of alcohol may lead you to think people are laughing with you. Seriously now, the phrase in question, the only person I am hurting is myself, would not hold up in a court of law. If this little lecture does not convince us of how stupid this phrase sounds, then we will have to learn the hard way. Like this poor sap.
Lights out. Interior, sleazy motel, morning. Jimmy Too High wakes up screaming. While sitting up in bed, he looks around the room to get his bearings. There's a nightstand with a phone on it next to a single bed. A table is in front of the bed which has whiskey bottles, beer cans, an ashtray full of cigarette butts, and a mirror with drugs on it with a strong razor blade. A bra is hanging off one of the two chairs surrounding the table. The other chair has the rest of Jimmy's clothing hanging on it. Jimmy remembers what happened.
I did it again! I did it again!
God, I need a drink.
Jimmy grabs a beer can from the table, takes a swig, and swallows the cigarette butt that was in the can. Gags and spits it out.
Damn it.
Goes to the table. He takes a snort off the mirror, sits back down on the bed, and then hits his head with his hands 2 times.
Think, what happened? All right, I was walking home from work, and I was passing the bar, and my friend yelled out to me to come in and have one, and I said I couldn't. I had just got to get home to my wife and my kids, and he came out and grabbed me and said, one won't kill you. That's the last thing I remember. What time is it? I have to call my wife and boss.
Jimmy walks over to the phone and dials his wife, Susan.
Hi, honey! It's me. Gosh, you won't believe what happened to me. I was walking home from work, and 2 guys, they tried to rob me. Yeah, I got into this fight, and I was knocked out, and robbed of all my money, and they left me in the alley. I just woke up and called you. What do you mean you don't believe me? But I don't need the help. No, just give me another chance. You can't leave me. I love you. Hello? Hello? Well, I don't need her. The nerve of her to say that I have a problem. Heck, if she would just quit ragging on me about the bills and fixing things around the house, paying more attention to her and the kids, and being home more often. And if I hear her say one more time, "You're not the man I married," I think I'm gonna throw up. Well, honey, you're not the woman I married either. Oops, oh, I better call work. Hi, Judy. Yeah, hi, can I talk to Johnny, please? Hi, Johnny. Yeah, hi, this is Jimmy. Yeah, I wanted to explain to you why I wasn't at work. What do you mean don't bother? I'm fired? Why? Some missing money? Oh, you think I stole it and you're calling the cops. Oh, Johnny, no, you can't. No, Johnny, don't do that. No, I didn't do it. There must be a mistake. Problem? What problem? I need help? Oh, I see. You've been talking to my wife. The only problem here is that I'm being framed, and my wife and you think I need help. Well, screw you both!
Slams his phone down, walks over in front of the closet dresser, and stares at himself in the mirror.
Fired. A thief? Wife leaving me, and I need help. I got it. I'll fake like I'm getting help. I'll get my wife and job back, and as soon as everything calms down, I'll have my life back.
Walks over to the mirror and kisses his reflection.
You're brilliant, Jimmy.
Jimmy goes over to the phone and gets the phone book out.
Okay, now who do I call?
Jimmy thumbs through the phone book and sits on the bed.
Oh, here it is. Substance Abuse Hotline. I'll call that. Hello? Hi, yeah, I have a friend who needs some help.
What seems to be your friend's problem?
He's having a problem with alcohol and drugs, and his life is going down the toilet.
Does your friend want to quit?
He has to get his life back.
But does he personally want to quit?
He doesn't know for sure.
2 options. I can give you some numbers to treatment centers where your friend can be helped for the disease of alcoholism and drug addiction. Or if you like, I can send some fellas over to talk to you, your friend, about how they live with this disease and how they stay sober.
You mean today? Right now?
Yes, if I could get your address, I'll send them right over.
Oh, I mean, it's too soon. I'm not ready. Send some fellows over here? What would I say to them? Like, hi, gentlemen, I just drank and snorted my family and job away. How's your day going? And I have to lower myself and ask for help from strangers? Not me. I've never asked for help from nobody. And I'll be damned if I start now. It's not that bad. I think I overreacted here. Maybe I can quit on my own. Who is it? Who is it? Okay, am I going mad here and am I starting to hear things?
He hears the knock again. It isn't coming from the door, but from the closet. He fearfully creeps over to the closet.
This isn't funny. Okay, whoever's in there, you better come out. I have a gun in here. So, show yourself.
Jimmy is just about to open the closet when the door flies open and hits Jimmy in the head, knocking him flat on his back. Out comes a distinguished-looking woman who stands over a dazed Jimmy.
Who are you?
I am your very good sponsor. And if you yell again, I'll be your very bad breath sponsor. Get it?
Ow. Ow. That hurts. What did you do that for?
Very good sponsor comes back to Jimmy, slamming her heel on top of Jimmy's foot.
Because I can.
Jimmy grabs his foot and hops around the room screaming. He falls onto the bed and scoots back to the headboard, sheepishly raising his hand to be called on, like a kid in school.
Yes?
What's a very good sponsor?
I thought you'd never ask.
You see the way gone astray from the ones you love. Don't believe you done anything wrong, just out there having fun. We'll show you what you become. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. A lot of people in your path are so selfish and living in the past. They're so special and sensitive, people don't understand that you're just a loving, caring man. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Take a ride, see if we can save your soul. Swallow the holes, the one who said me knows you're more than a bum. You're more than a bum. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Nothing to the blurry eyes, losing everything, all you tell is lies. Ready for a trip down memory lane for the insane. 'Cause your living is crazy. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease. Lusky, a drunken bum, snow machine, walking disease.
So, you were sent by my wife.
No.
My boss?
No.
Mother? Father?
No.
The girl on the phone.
No, and no.
Then who?
Let's just say someone said a prayer for you. I'm here to answer. We're going to take a little journey. I'm calling it Jimmy's reality check. Do you like it?
You're crazy. Hey, I'm not going anywhere with you, fairy, whoever you are. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, Jimmy. You don't have a choice anymore. We're not going anywhere. The journey is coming to us. So let it begin.
Very good sponsor starts laughing. Her laugh gets louder and louder and louder. Then the room starts to shake like an earthquake. Pictures are falling from the walls, the table and chairs overturn. Jimmy falls to the floor and covers his head with both hands. The earthquake rumbles louder and louder. All of a sudden, the lights go out. There's silence for a few seconds. And the lights come back on. We see John sitting at his desk talking on the phone. Judy, his secretary, a young woman, is sitting in a chair in front of his desk. Jimmy and very good sponsor are in the room, but cannot see or be heard by Johnny and Judy. Jimmy's feeling himself to make sure he's all right. The very good sponsor is still chuckling to herself silently. She pushes Jimmy to pay attention and points towards Johnny and Judy.
Pay attention, Jimmy. They can't see us or hear us. Just watch and listen.
Okay. Damn it!
Should I call the police, sir?
I don't know, Judy. On one hand, I should turn him in. He needs help. On the other hand, it'll ruin him and his family.
Sir, it's none of my business, but any other employee you would have had arrested by now. What's so special about Jimmy? You treat him different than the rest of us.
Is that obvious? I'm sorry. Well, let me start from the beginning.
Johnny sings the golden rule to Judy.
Can't believe you stole from me after all that we've been through. Grew up on the same streets, we even went to the same schools. We played sports and chased girls and drank a few brews. We were best friends and athletes too. Jimmy stole from me, and he broke that golden rule. Jimmy stole from me, and he broke that golden rule. Played basketball like he was possessed. Got my scholarship to a fine college. Once there, I swear things started to change. He became a star and it went to his brains. Started to party like it was a game. He even forgot my name. Jimmy ditched me, and he broke that golden rule. Jimmy ditched me, and he broke that golden rule. Started missing classes. Basketball game took a turn for the worse. Missed layups and easy shots. Had no energy when he was drinking loud. Blew out his knee, wouldn't play anymore. Doctor said it couldn't be restored. Jimmy was out of control, and he broke that golden rule. Jimmy was out of control.
So you see, we've been through a lot together. I still love him like a brother. There's a good man inside of him. I know it.
Well, I still think you should turn him in. What are you going to do?
You call the police and tell them what happened. Tell them I went over to Jimmy's house and talked some sense into him and asked him to turn himself in.
Johnny stands up and exits the room. Judy grabs the phone to call the police. Interior, sleazy motel, same day. Very good sponsor is standing in the middle of the motel room with Jimmy. Everything in the room is back in its original place.
So, you're still claiming that you didn't steal the money from your boss? A man who cares for you like a brother and only wants what's best for you and your family?
Yep. Yep, it's a mistake. Yep, I might be a lot of things, but not a thief. I'm being framed here. What reason would I have to do it?
Jimmy! You still do not understand what's going on here. Truth. Do you know what we do to thieves where I come from?
Grabbing Jimmy's arm and holding Jimmy's hand out, very good sponsor slowly pulls out a meat cleaver from behind her back and raises it above her head.
We hack off their hand.
Very good sponsor starts to swing the meat cleaver downward to hack off Jimmy's hand. Just before she does, exterior, street corner, same day. Two young men in their 20s stand on a rundown city street corner selling drugs. The taller man is Dope Man, who's selling the drugs. The shorter man is Sidekick, who is the lookout. Very good sponsor and Jimmy are on the street, watching people buy drugs. Jimmy is looking at his hand to make sure everything is working properly.
What are we doing here?
Like you don't know. Are you telling me you've never been to this place? You don't know those two guys selling drugs?
Yes, that's what I'm telling you.
Always have to do things the hard way, don't you, Jimmy? I think we're going to find the truth down here, Jimmy.
Hey, you got my money?
No, I need a little more time.
Time. Time is what you ain't got. Now, if I don't get my money in 24 hours, someone might have an accident. Mother, brother, sister, wife, child, who knows in this crazy world? And if by chance I'm visited by the police, well, accidents can still happen in my absence. Are we clear? Any questions? Good. Get out of here.
You should scare the hell out of him. I thought you were gonna snap his neck.
Nah, if I did that, I would never get my money. I mean, I'm a nice guy. I give them what they want, and they think they don't have to pay for it. Who else hasn't paid up?
Jimmy Two-Eye, he owes you a bundle.
That's right. That pathetic little creep was down on his knees, crying and begging me for more time. Said his boss was going to lend him the money. The kind of person I am gave him up until today to pay up. And what thanks do I get?
None! You get the shaftola, the big weenie, the zipperoni.
Obviously, he doesn't know who I am.
You tell him.
The Dope Man and Sidekick are standing side by side on the street corner when the music starts to the song, Hooked on You. Hooked on You. See
dream's true, and I'm coming for you. I'll give you what you want to see when now it's time to get up and go. Well, things are gonna get ugly, just you wait and see. Dope is gonna kill you someday. What do you say? Dope is gonna kill you someday. Never know.
Music ends, and the dope man and sidekick are on the corner together again.
So, what do you want to do about Jimmy Too High?
You know where he lives? Well, let's pay a little visit to Jimmy and scare a little sense into him.
What if he's not there?
Well, maybe his family is.
Dope man and sidekick both look at each other, smile, and then take off running. Interior, sleazy motel room. Same day.
Hey! Those crazy bastards are going over to my house where my wife and kids are. We have to do something.
It's a mistake. I might be a lot of things, but not a thief. Someone's trying to frame me. What reason would I have to do it? What a bunch of malarkey. And don't give me that caring father routine. It's a bunch of crapola.
I love my family. I do care.
You have a hell of a way of showing it, Jimmy.
Damn it! Well, if my parents had lent me the money, then I wouldn't be in this mess. They never cared anyway.
Am I going deaf, or did you just say it's your parents' fault?
You're not going deaf. All they had to do was give me the money, and then they let me down. Like always. It's their fault that I turned out this way.
Oh, for the love of Mary, give me strength.
Very good sponsor pauses, screams, runs, and jumps on Jimmy. They fall to the floor. The very good sponsor starts strangling Jimmy.
Before I tear your lying, flaming tongue, I want you to listen. Your mother and father fed and bathed you, wiped your bottom, blew your nose, cared for you when you were sick. When you fell, they picked you up, made everything well, worked their fingers to the bone, giving you a good home. They loved you no matter what you did because you were Jimmy, your beautiful, lovely kid.
Very good sponsor starts to yank Jimmy's tongue out. Interior, Jimmy's parents' kitchen. Same day. Jimmy's mother is sitting at the kitchen table. Jimmy and the very good sponsor are sitting at the kitchen table with her. Jimmy is moving his jaw and tongue around, making sure everything is working properly. Jimmy's mother is talking on the phone that is sitting on the table. Jimmy's father enters the kitchen and takes a seat across from his wife.
I just talked to Susan.
Yeah, what does Susan have to say?
She's leaving Jimmy. Her and the kids are packing up and leaving tomorrow to go live with her mother. She can't take it anymore. Jimmy's staying out all night drinking and spending all of her money.
Damn it, what's wrong with that boy? He's flushing his family and life down the toilet. And for what? Booze and God knows what else he's doing. Honey, do you ever think
Think what?
that it could be our fault?
What could be our fault?
How Jimmy turned out?
I'm not understanding what you're trying to say.
Well, let me try to explain it to you this way.
Father Too High and Mother Too High sing the duet, Parents Pain.
Was I way too much trying to make a buck? Never stopped long enough to have fun with my son.
Trying to teach him manners and grace, never had too much of his own space.
About being the best, tell him we're better than all the rest.
As he got older, didn't want to let him go.
each other without despair. Till I ran out of gas. Wish I could take it back.
Told him he was staying out too late and was becoming a real loser. That I did it, I regret. I called him a loser. Where did we go wrong?
Wasting our soul. Shouldn't have turned out this way. Where did we go wrong? Raising our soul. Shouldn't have turned out this way.
Song ends. Father and mother are hugging.
I think we did the best that we could. Right or wrong, we showed him love and kindness.
You're right. We're not perfect. And neither is Jimmy. He's going to have to find his own path. Can't carry him anymore.
Honey, our concern is for Susan and the grandkids. Let's go over to Susan's and see what we can do to help.
Father and mother exit to go over to Susan's. Jimmy gets up out of his chair to try and stop them, but he's too late. They're gone. Interior, sleazy motel room. Same night. Very good sponsor is standing in the middle of the motel room, hands raised up in the air.
Come on, Jimmy. Are those the parents that don't love you and are always letting you down?
Shut up. Yeah, you don't know anything.
Yes, I do know this. You're the one who let your parents down. Showed them no love or respect. Just like your wife and kids.
Liar, liar, I'm not listening.
Your family's leaving you.
No, they're not. Susan always says that, but never goes through with it.
Oh, she is this time.
After all I've done for her and the kids, Susan wouldn't dare leave me. She isn't strong enough without me, and I run this family, and she knows it.
Yeah, you run it all right, Jimmy. Into the ground, selfish heart bastard. Jimmy, let's just see who runs this family. And who the strong one really is, okay?
Okay, you'll see.
Very good sponsor. sponsor starts shaking Jimmy's hand, squeezing harder and harder, bringing Jimmy to his knees.
I want you to feel the pain that your mother, father, wife, and kids have felt in their hearts. Why? Because they loved you.
Jimmy, with pain on his face, tries to get his hand loose from the very good sponsor, but he can't. He finally lets out a scream. Interior, Susan's living room, same day, night. Susan, Jimmy's wife, is a beautiful woman dressed in her nightgown and robe. She is saying goodnight to the kids at her bedroom door, which is open halfway. Jimmy and very good sponsor are seated on 2 chairs in the living room at either end of the sofa, watching Susan.
Dream the good dreams tonight, my Christmas lights. Nighty night, nighty night, shine bright. I love you, I love you.
She closes their door and starts crying. She stops, turns, and walks into the living room.
Tomorrow I leave. Played it over in my mind 1,000 times. Threatened Jimmy 100 times to do it. I'm afraid, and shaky, and queasy. And if I stay any longer, I'll die inside. Jimmy, I hate you for what you do. Gotta be strong. For the kids' sake. No love around here anyway. Why should we stay? Jimmy will never change. And we get sicker and sicker day by day. Gotta break the chain.
Susan is standing in the middle of the living room. The music begins, and she sings Dependent No More.
like 1,000 pounds of dead weight has left me. I do love you, Jimmy Too High. But I finally love me and the kids more. Goodbye. We'll be just fine. Good night.
Falls asleep. Jimmy gets up out of the chair he's sitting in. He walks over to Susan and bends over to give her a kiss on the cheek. Interior, sleazy motel room. Same day, night.
Hey, control freak! What do you have to say about all that?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Nothing? Mr. Big Shot know-it-all has nothing to say, huh? Well, how could you? Truth has a way of creeping up and grabbing you by the balls.
Very good sponsor grabs Jimmy's balls.
Seems to take your breath away, wouldn't you say, Jimmy? Now, what do you have to say about all of that?
Listen, you sticky butt, I'll tell you, Susan will never take the kids away from me, and I was always there for my kids. I never harmed them, and they love their daddy, and I love them. And I'll do anything to stop her from taking them away from me, okay? Do you hear me? Do you hear me? And another thing, if you touch me again, I'll kill you.
The only thing you can kill, Jimmy, is a fifth. And you actually think that Susan is taking the kids away from you? How do you know they don't want to get as far away from you as possible?
No, they don't. They wouldn't do that to their dad.
I'm sorry, soul. Let's just see what your kids think of their daddy, Mr. Father of the Year.
Interior bedroom. Same day, night. Bedroom of Jimmy's kids. Edna is an 11-year-old girl, and Eddie is a 9-year-old boy. Their single beds are next to each other. A nightstand is between the beds with a nightlight. There's also a big dresser against the wall that Jimmy and the very good sponsor are leaning on.
Eddie, did you hear that?
Yeah, Mom's crying again.
What about?
What else, Daddy?
I'm scared.
Why?
Well, Mommy said we're going to Granny's to live and Daddy isn't coming. Does that mean we'll never see Daddy again?
No. Remember, Mommy said Daddy had a problem.
Like a math problem?
No, a life problem. A disease. You know what a disease is?
Yeah, Uncle Charlie had a disease called cancer. Daddy doesn't have cancer.
No, I read up on Daddy's disease. It's called alcoholism. He's allergic to alcohol, and when he drinks it, his body craves alcohol, so he can't stop.
I don't understand.
You know how you love chocolate? When you start eating, you can't stop, and if you had a mountain of it, you would eat it all if Mommy didn't stop you.
Yeah.
Well, when Daddy has a drink, it's like that chocolate, but nobody can stop him.
Will Daddy die like Uncle Charlie?
Yeah? Daddy could die.
I don't want Daddy to die.
Me neither. Don't cry, Edna. Let's say a prayer for Daddy.
Edna and Eddie get out of their beds and kneel together, hands clasped together, getting ready to pray.
Hi, God. I know you're busy. I need you to listen carefully. Could you help Daddy? Please?
Edna and Eddie stand up from praying and move to the front of their beds. They sing the duet, Young Eyes.
He's not here, Mom isn't tears. The weird appears beyond our ears. He comes home longer on his breath. Our heart skips and misses, scared to death. Daddy, Daddy, he will be good for you. We need you, you see, to come and hold us tight. Be our guiding light, tell us everything is alright tonight. Then you call Mama and names. She's to blame, it's her fault. She should be ashamed. That's why you drink anyway. Daddy, Daddy, we will be good for you. We need you, see, to come and hold us tight. Be our guiding light, tell us everything is alright tonight. Go up to our room, feeling rage inside, wishing our daddy would die, so we don't have to live this way. Heck of way to think at our age. Daddy, Daddy, we will be good for you. We need you, see, to come and hold us tight. Be our guiding light, tell us everything is alright tonight.
We love you. Good night, Daddy. Wherever you are.
Edna and Eddie get up and sit on their beds. Jimmy is over at the dresser, crying softly to himself. The very good sponsor is consoling him, and all of a sudden there's a lot of commotion coming from the living room. It sounds like people are shouting at each other.
Eddie, what's going on out there?
I don't know. It sounds like Mommy needs us though. Let's go.
Eddie and Edna get off their knees and race out to the living room. They pass right by Jimmy, who has his arms stretched out towards Edna and Eddie. He wants to hug from them, so they race by him through the bedroom door. Interior, sleazy motel room, same day, night. Jimmy and very good sponsor are sitting together at the foot of the bed.
Well, Jimmy, that's your life in a nutshell. Isn't it beautiful? You've done a lovely job. I see you have everything in disorder, don't you?
I feel so ashamed. I got a problem. I need help. Will you help me?
Yes, but you must help yourself.
How? I screwed up everything.
It started by admitting you have a problem. Tell me now, will you go to any length? I mean, any length to beat this merciless disease?
Yes. Yes, I'll do anything.
Jimmy, you have to go face them all and make it right. This is your any length.
I'll do that. What happens if I can't make it right?
Jimmy, this isn't a game. You're fighting for your life here. Do you want to live or die? Now let's go.
Interior, Susan's living room, same day, night. Everybody is sitting in Susan's living room. Susan, Eddie, Edna, Jimmy's mother and father are sitting on their sofa. Johnny is sitting in a chair on one side of the sofa. Dope Man is sitting on the chair on the other side of the sofa. Very good sponsor is dressed in a robe like a judge behind a little podium, which is in front of the sofa. Jimmy is standing in the middle of the room in front of everyone. Jimmy is on trial. Behind the sofa, there's a large object covered with a blanket.
Jimmy, you are charged with the following crime: alcohol and drug addiction. How do you plead?
Not guilty, Your Honor. With explanation.
Jimmy, please proceed with your explanation, and then the jury will decide on the verdict.
Thank you. I stand and ask mercy from the people who loved and tried to help me. My whole life, all I thought about was Jimmy and how the world owed me, and screw the rest of you. When in reality, that just ain't so. Susan, Eddie, Edna, it's inexcusable what I put you through. Anger, fear, mental and physical abuse, it's all my fault. And I apologize from the bottom of my heart. I know those few feeble words won't make it right, but I can only make it right by my actions and not words. Whatever happens, I love you. Mom and Dad, I'm so ashamed and I'm so sorry for the way I treated you. And I thank you for being my parents. You raised me just fine, and I love you. Johnny, I am so sorry for stealing the money from you. I have it all here, I really do. It doesn't excuse me from the evil deed, so I also apologize stealing something more important than money. That's our friendship. Maybe someday I can earn that back. Thanks for being here. Aw, dope man. You gave me what I needed, but I don't need it anymore. And I apologize for not paying you. I'll pay you when I can. That's the best I can do. Yeah. I always thought I was right about everything, and all of you were wrong. Well, I was wrong about everyone, and I need you in my life, and I hope I can make it right.
Jury, have you reached a verdict? How do you find Jimmy?
Guilty!
Someone has to put a stop to this hurting you cause, so you killing yourself anyway. Thought we'd help you ease the pain. Show you there's no feeling inside. Take is the motto you live by. Nothing your fault, always blame someone else. Can't hide from the world no more. Blew up your little door. Guilty, afraid. Guilty, ashamed. Living in fantasies and make-believes. You will play and you will breathe. Everyone loved and trusted you. Told us all to go and get screwed. Was your best friend ruining someone else's head? Nowhere to run, no more pride. Sweats and shakes out by your side. Guilty charged. Guilty, going to fall hard. Listen to all the evidence, and it all makes sense. Life is one big mess, still can't confess. Your witness answer is plain to see. From that perspective, need to end the misery. So we find you guilty in the first degree, and sentence is to be.
Jimmy, you shall hang until there is no drunken breath left within you.
No!
The jury rushes Jimmy, lifting him over their heads. They carry Jimmy over to the very good sponsor, who has uncovered the object that was behind the couch. It is a gallows, and the jury rolls it to the middle of the room. The jurors put Jimmy down in front of the very good sponsor, but still hold on to Jimmy.
Is this some kind of a joke? Well, you guys can't hang me. I'm just a lousy drunk, and I didn't mean to hurt anyone. Give me another chance. Give me another chance to be a very good sponsor. Help me. This is a mistake. One big mistake.
Yes, Jimmy, this is your mistake, and this is how we're fixing it. In your speech, you apologized to everyone just like a million times before. Obviously, no one thought you were telling the truth. The main problem is, you forgot to apologize to someone.
Who?
Very good sponsor puts the noose around Jimmy's neck.
Why, the one who looks after all of us, Jimmy. He's been watching you, putting people in your path to help you, but you'll have none of that. He loves you, so he wants to have a little face-to-face discussion with you, Jimmy. And he always gets what he wants. Unfortunately, we all know that to do that, one thing has to happen. So everybody say goodbye to Jimmy!
Goodbye, Jimmy!
Very good sponsor pulls the lever on the gallows to hang Jimmy.
No!
Interior, sleazy motel. Same day, morning. The sleazy motel room is dark. Jimmy is sitting up in bed, screaming, eyes closed. The lights come on in the room. Jimmy opens his eyes, looks himself over, and looks around the room. He can't believe he's alive. He gets out of bed and screams with joy.
Yes! Yes! I'm alive! I'm alive.
The music starts playing for the song, I'm Alive.
Your second chance to succeed. What to do with your special thing. Never put to everything. Never thought it was for me. Oh, help me. I'm begging you, please. I'm alive, I'm alive. I see slowly. I'm alive, I'm alive. Something over me. I'm alive, I'm alive. I see slowly. I'm alive, I'm alive. Something over me. Every drinking on my own. It's deep inside my bones. How about that awfulness? I'm in my hands. I confess I need to stop by letting you into my heart. I'm alive, I'm alive. I see slowly. I'm alive, I'm alive. Something over me. I'm alive, I'm alive. I see slowly. I'm alive, I'm alive. Something over me. Oh, life was self-centeredness. I was my own quest. I lied, cheated, stole to get my way. Told me not to live there today. With you by my side, everything would be alright. I'm alive, I'm alive.
Music ends with Jimmy speaking these words on his knees.
Thank you, very good sponsor. Thank you.
Jimmy gets up off his knees and walks over to the phone. He picks it up and dials.
Hello. I want to talk with someone about entering a drug and alcohol treatment center.
The end.
You know, if you have to leave, we understand. If you do that, we understand. But what we would love is we're going to do a brief talk back right now. Talk about what just happened, what we just saw, and debrief this piece. So I'd like to invite our playwright, Joe Fuller, to come on stage. Joe, I can't actually see you. Oh, Joe, yeah, come on. I got a chair for you, right? So this is a structured talkback, and there's 4 parts, and it's especially designed to be helpful to the playwright. So the first part is called Statements of Meaning, and so basically, like, we would love it if the cast or the audience could just throw out things that really stuck out from about the piece. It could be an image or a line, or it could just be like the concept of fiction. So if you would, just like you can toss out anything that has stuck with you about the piece, please.
The music tied in great with the plot line and the narrative.
Strong music, strong music.
Strong music.
Yes, you don't need to raise your hand to get shot at.
Okay, sorry. I thought the interaction with the kids was really good about, you know, how dad's behavior impacted them. It's excellent.
The image of how the dad's behavior is affecting the children.
Yes.
That's great, thank you.
It's good.
What else?
Blamed others instead of themselves.
Blaming others instead of yourself.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I think the Dickens allegory it's a story we're all familiar with, so we're able to follow along with that whole concept of we're being visited essentially by the ghosts of Christmas past, present, and future.
There are similarities to Christmas Carol, that is true. For sure. Or I'd say that I just think the whole idea of a fairy godmother becoming a fairy good sponsor is really hilarious. Anything else?
I like the humor. I think it helps kind of bring us back out of kind of the despair.
Humor coming out of despair. That's great. That's great. That's great.
I love that his dealers came to his intervention.
I always envision that there's like a subtitle on this: autonomous, a musical intervention. Because really, that's what it is. It's a musical intervention, right? Anything else? I want to make sure everybody has a chance to chime in.
I guess like I deal with my own vices and addiction in my life, so it felt really nice to be a part of this, to like portray a true story of like a well-rounded, actual like story about addiction and what it can do to someone's life.
Yeah. And the kids' song was like, Joe, did you have somebody sing that, or where did you get that song?
I had, yes, it was Becky Fish who taught her.
Really?
She was 10.
I know, they're just like almost like a crap.
Joe wrote the songs.
Wow, all the songs?
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Not the music, it was Rick Beatty.
Oh, wow.
Right. Anything else? And I'll just chime in for myself, which is that, I'm actually, I guess, privileged in the sense that I haven't, dealt with a lot of addiction in my life. But the idea of I'm only hurting myself is a common phrase. Professor Noah Alotz talks about that, and this whole idea that like actually no, you're not hurting yourself. It's so easy to say that, but if you can actually see what's happening to other people around you, it might change you. All right, and so Joe, the second part, and you can say no to this, is actually the artist as the questioner. Do you have any questions for the audience or the actors? You can just say thanks for coming.
Oh, that. Thanks to the audience coming. Thank the actors. Yeah. Chris, thank you. Stephanie, Dylan, thank you. It's a dream come true. This is the first time I've seen it played by actors. So, first I want to see the actors if it flowed, felt good, and you liked it. That's what I would ask.
With the acknowledgement, I would say, that, we are obviously in this strange convention of we had like 1.5 rehearsals really, and the idea would be this would be a fully fleshed out musical performance.
Yeah.
So by the nature of this very reading, where it's like a person's doing a scene, they sit down, you listen, they get back up. It's hard, I would say, for the actors. I'm coming to their defense a little bit. It's hard to get a sense for actually how that would flow. But actors, so actually the fourth part of the talk track is, people are allowed to offer their opinions. So actors, if you wanted to just go ahead and be like, oh, well, I thought this worked, or I had trouble with this moment. Joe has asked for your opinion, so you can feel free to chime in right now, and then the audience will get to you as well.
I'm not really offering an opinion or saying there's one right way to do this, but I'm just kind of curious about, we see this Professor Noah Alotz in the beginning. I wonder what would happen if we saw that scene again, or like a button at the end with that character. I'm not saying like it needs to button at the end, but I'm just kind of curious what a scene at the end with the professor again might look like.
Right, and just so to make sure everybody heard that, the character Professor Noah Alotz was the very beginning of the piece. What it would look like if they returned? Is there some sort? I have the same question. I must admit, but it's played by the same actor is very good sponsor. That seemed intentional on your part. So something to think about for the future is that do those connect somehow to the future. But you don't have to answer that right now. Other questions or thoughts, I guess, from the actors.
Something that I noticed is that you are a lyricist. In a lot of ways, you write poetically, and sometimes the text that the actors are speaking felt like lyrics to a song or leading into the song or at very important moments. So as an actor, if I were in this play, that's something I would want to explore deeper and kind of see if you had if that was an intention on your part to make the spoken word as poetic and rhyming as the sung portion. I don't really have an opinion about that yet. It's just something I noticed and that I would want to kind of explore further.
Anything else?
I guess, as I say, I guess the question for you, Joe, is when people see the work, what do you want them to walk away with? What is your inspiration for them? What do you want to see them walk away with? Like, tell them, you don't have to answer that. No. What's the motivation behind? What's the message you want them to take away?
Do you want to answer that now, or do you want to think about that, Joe? I think that might be like something that we think about and meditate on.
What came to mind, and I know that's what I wrote it for, was for jails, prisons, and treatment centers. So the audience, that's a good question. What do you want to take away from it? I'm thinking that there's a lot of it I can take away from that.
Right, and it could be that there's like a lot of things you want them to take away from it, and that's okay, you know. But like I also think that that's very useful for the audience to hear. It's like we often don't think about musicals or plays being done specifically for treatment centers or you know for say an Alcoholics Anonymous group. Plays aren't usually specifically devised for those populations, so that's partially why we're here tonight is to talk about that.
Yeah, well, is this the section which is the not what would be changed, right? It's just thoughts and opinions, right? Or is that part of it?
Okay, we're going to do one more, that's great, just hold on to that thought. Thanks. I'm going to do one more section before we get to opinion time. And this is what we call neutral questions. So if you want to ask a question, and I always use this as an example. If I baked a cake, and you thought my cake wasn't very moist, instead of saying, pals, why did you mess up the cake? Like, why was your cake not moist? You would say, pals, can you talk to me about the moistness of the cake? What was going on there? Like, if you feel more comfortable asking that question, like, can you just talk to me or explain what that might have been about? This is that moment. I think I see a hand over there in the corner.
I'm curious as to what came first, the music or the book.
Did you hear that, Joe? They asked, they're curious if they heard which came first, the music or the book? Like the script or the music came first?
The script, the lyrics. Then I gave it to a musician.
I saw a hand in the back.
I was just wondering if you expect, like, do you plan for, if this goes in production, will the lyrics be sung by the members?
You get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That would be good, yeah. Okay, thank you.
And dance too.
There's dance. In the songs, you can be like, so-and-so does a dance here. And those musical breaks, you can hear where a dance would go. I saw a hand right there.
Just a personal observation and question about it. In this particular presentation, I did not respond to Jimmy as a very sympathetic character, likable character. And I wondered if Joe had maybe intended or not for Jimmy to be somewhat more nuanced in terms of maybe sincerity about his own beliefs, about being such a good person. It came across somewhat as a constant protest.
Gotcha. And I just so everyone can hear.
Whether there's room for that, for him to be a more sympathetic, likable, at times lovable character.
Got it. And so let me just rephrase that so everyone can hear. That's a great question. This person is asking, when it comes to Jimmy, when they were watching the play, they felt like Jimmy wasn't very likable or very nuanced. That Jimmy was just kind of like, just out for Jimmy. And is there room, or was that your intention, or were you more interested in making Jimmy a more nuanced character? Do you have any thoughts on that, Joe?
Yeah, Jimmy, I had him not a good person. And then, because he was addicted, and usually, not always, in my experience, that we're not good people. We want to be, but we're usually not. May be sincere, but we always have in my experience, I always have a motive for myself. And that's what it is. It's always for myself. I'm thinking. You may think I'm thinking of you, but I'm really not. So that's what I wrote it by until I get woke up. The whole play's about being woke up, because I never thought, I mean, from my personal experience, that I didn't think I had a problem. You were the problem.
Other neutral questions? Yes.
Well, another observation, Jimmy doesn't like or love himself, so nobody else is going to like or love him. Jimmy is classic denial. I mean, he just reaches a denial when the thing gets going. He doesn't have a problem. He's fine. And then another classic is when he's making his plea to everybody, he's making his plea to the jury, and he thinks, gosh, if I just apologize to everybody, this is all going to go away, and he can't believe it when he's found guilty. No, it doesn't just all go away. It's going to take some time, Jimmy. So that's what I got from Jimmy.
Got it. So offering just that it seems that Jimmy doesn't like Jimmy's self either. That like there's like an internalized hatred that might be going on there that could be explored further.
I think Jimmy was a true addict.
Yeah.
I think he portrayed himself as a true addict. I mean, that's what they are.
Well, and I think that was a natural dovetail into opinion time, which is now we're getting to the time that if you really want to just offer your opinion, Joe is graciously up here, saying like, I would love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Kind of already asked that a little bit, but so your feeling was that Jimmy is a true addict, and that rung true. Is that correct?
That is true, yes.
Got it. I saw a hand go up there.
So this is more of just like a very small observation. There was this small line while Jimmy is apologizing to his children where he mentions being emotionally and physically abusive, which kind of took me out of it for a second. I feel like it's not really something that should be glazed over, especially in an apology. It kind of took me out because for victims of mental and physical abuse, it's something that can't just be really mentioned. I think there needs to be a larger discussion about that if you're going to mention it in the script.
That's very valuable, thank you. And you might not have heard all that, Joe.
I'm old.
Sorry. But what this audience member suggested was, and that's great listening, by the way. In that moment, when Jimmy is apologizing to everyone in the courtroom scene, which is also the living room, so courtroom living room, Jimmy says to his children, I'm sorry I've been mentally and physically abusive to you. And that we introduced that information that he's been physically abusive. We kind of get that sense, but that it was just kind of like glossed over a little bit, and it wasn't really like adequately addressed. There wasn't much of a discussion there about like how that's really going to move forward. So, and again, you don't have to respond to that now. You can just take that as a note. But thank you for that. Yes.
I think for the audience member who has the disease of addiction, there are a lot of themes that are humorous because of how we may identify and they're so familiar. But for the audience member who may not suffer from the disease, it may be very eye-opening, like a lot of food for thought. Especially about the impact of the disease on everybody else, not just the person who suffers from the addiction.
Got it. And just to rephrase that, just for everybody, that was a great thought. For those who are familiar with addiction, it can be very, very like almost humorous because you're so familiar with that concept. But for those who aren't, this play can be very eye-opening. And I kind of the same way, I think we're on the same page where I have learned so much about that world by working on this play with Joe. So, anything else in the audience? But I want to make sure we do get time for the actors as well, because they were so great with their time. But yes, you were there.
One last comment. I've been reading Joe's scripts and skits for 20 years, and you as a director bring a whole new level. And this is very courageous for Joe to be sitting up there, and just building on what Terry said, those things. So let's take an example of the, you said the emotional to the children abuse. You know, among your lyrics, you could have Edna say something about, Daddy, I waited for you to read the story at home, and all I heard was the click of the bottle in the closet. You know, something like that, that really would drive home that. And it is all about audience. It's been a real pleasure tonight to celebrate this. And I get emotional thinking about how Joe has taken us from a small group of us in Olympia to some real seasoned professionals. And I'm really, I'll shut up now because I really want to hear what the actors think about it.
Well, I mean, you know, we could probably talk about this play all night, so but we want to be respectful of everyone's time. So thank you for saying that. But I just wanted to say, I said at the beginning, but you know, you're trying to say all the things about how this play is going to work in this unique evening. But a huge thank you to Tacoma Little Theater. Like, such an amazing. These actors have been so generous with their time. Their performances were amazing, and I'm just so grateful. I tried to say it like before, but I really am grateful. Any more audience? I got one hand that's up there, and then I want to turn it over to the actors. Yeah.
So, I also like the music quite a bit, but it felt tonally different in the play. So, and I felt like there was some, I couldn't hear the lyrics really well from where I'm sitting, but yeah, it just felt totally inconsistent.
Got it. So this person's opinion is the music didn't quite match up with the play.
And the play itself felt totally inconsistent as well.
Got it.
And I gave you some specific examples, but
got it. No, thank you. All right, I want to turn over to the actors, and then if we have time, we'll come back to you. Actors, do you want to share any thoughts, you know, or feelings or opinions, you know, about this piece? Go ahead.
I felt the scene had a real nest of big words. A lot of words.
Oh, really?
I learned quite a short time.
Got it. Eddie knows big words.
There are a couple of moments in the show that I wanted more of, and there's a couple of moments in the show that I wanted less of. What I mean by that is expanding more on the idea and just maybe taking a quick second look when you have a moment. So, as a suggestion, if I'm allowed to make that,
you are absolutely.
This is nothing that you have to do, but I would love to have a lot of these characters intertwined and connect in more ways. So does Jimmy stumble into this Professor Noah's a lot meeting magically and he falls asleep to listening to her talk and drone on about it? Is that why he has a dream? I also didn't like the fact that he just wakes up from a dream and he's just magically okay. I would love to watch this jerk go through the 7-step program or whatever it is that he has to go through. Is that 7 layers of hell? Is it something else? Because I love the conflict of the dope man part and him going to like beat up the wife and kids. That's a real serious thing that got mentioned in it, but because it's a dream, it never comes back to. So those are moments that I would be drawn in more as an audience member, not as the actor, but just as an audience member more of the story. As far as the tone goes, I do agree that the way that it comes across or can be read as an actor, it can come across in a lot of different ways. And so if the goal is to make it tonally the same as the music, I would again take a quick look at some of the word choices that you're using, because the sincerity is there, but less is more sometimes, and that can be done and portrayed through the actors themselves on the stage and the feelings that they. But I mean, let's see, what else?
You can come back. We come back to you.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah. Thank you for it. Those were great. Anybody else want to offer other opinion time?
Just in terms of my first reading of it, it was hard to intuitively understand the tone. Some of it felt a little bit like a parody of itself in a way to me as an actor, just because it wasn't specific in its, it was very generalized. very universal, which is maybe intended with a title like Autonomous. But to me, I agree with the audience member who talked about, child abuse and neglect are not things we want to skip over and minimize. I mean, that's a pretty substantial thing that maybe should get more than surface attention.
Got it.
That was my, I'm done.
Chris, did you have something you wanted to?
I was going to build a little bit on what Jordan said, but just, we are in a limited time period of how long we have to tell the story and how much we want to tell that story. And so I think we lose a lot of character development and relationship building between those characters where they're just little snippets. So is it maybe that we don't see as much of that character, we just lose that character entirely, which gives us more time to develop another relationship with other characters. So we actually have some fleshing out of relationships and why Jimmy's attached to these people's lives and what has he done in their lives with them, instead of just the skeletal pictures.
Great. All right. Anything else? Yes.
If I'm hearing Joe right, tell me if this is too far to do it, you really wrote this in many ways to be used as a tool. It's not for a general audience to learn to identify with an addicted person. It is to be used in many ways as a tool to confront the addicted person. And to me, if that's correct, because I think that was in response to my question, because I may be that way. That's the way it is. And if I think about this being used as a tool, that makes a lot of sense to me. And it may be less important to develop those other characters that are dwell on this because you want to keep the focus on that person. Does that make sense?
Did you hear that, Jack?
Yeah.
Great.
So you rarely see this used without there being a follow-up discussion in a treatment center or something like that. Is that correct?
That is one avenue. That would be, using it as a tool. Sorry, I don't mean to speak for you, Joe, but I believe that is correct. That it's designed to be used as a tool.
Yes, this whole about touching this briefly person's life, this was written because I went to a professional intervention. So in professional intervention, you only have little pieces of the family, or a boss, or a friend. And they're not getting deep, they have to write a story or telling them what they think of the addicted person. And if they don't get help, don't contact them. So I took that, because I went to one and it was powerful, and they had these characters in it. So I wasn't going to look at anything too deep into characters because they only had a brief time to tell the person what they did, and then he has to make a decision right then. Is he going to treatment? And if not, they're not going to be in his life. So it was taken from an intervention, professional intervention we did on a friend of mine. And all the music and the whole scenes came from that one instance where the boss brought him to the door. He saw us, was angry, told us all off first, and then had to sit down and listen to all these characters tell him this stuff, and then he had to make a decision. He didn't make that decision until later. So that's why nothing's too deep in it, superficial, because I wasn't looking for a bruise. When abuse happens, I know that, or anything deep, it's a brief hit on him. Then he has to make a decision. If he doesn't, they're out of his life and he's gone. They're gone and he's by himself. And that's what I wrote it off. That's where I got this whole characters was from that one intervention 30 years ago. And that's what I wrote it off.
Well, and I think that's a really great note to wrap up on. And just to what you just said, Joe, I think is really fascinating. And that again, thank you everyone for this discussion, because in the sense of this piece is meant to mimic an intervention. When you articulate that to me, I'm like, that is very, very clear. When you're like, this is the intention. But is it reading yet? Is it strong enough that we all understand that this is supposed to be more like an intervention, or because other people are craving that character development that we're used to? And that's the work ahead. So everyone, thank you so much for this discussion.
December calendar.